One of the things I learned on the other side, reincarnation is a very important part of our experience and our being. What's interesting is that, again, there's only the now. That means that the past, the present, the future are really existing in a multidimensional now. All of your lives that you're ever going to live are but one life, and that each life is like a day, and each death is like a night, and every time you die, you wake up again. You will never experience death. And so we have to get away from that fear, because I can tell everyone that once you die and go to that light, you will experience no fear whatsoever. You will experience trust and love like we cannot experience at this time now on the planet, because we're all compromised right now with survival. But one of the greatest things that humanity will ever do, and it's about to happen, and it's within this incarnation or the next incarnation, which is in the blinking of an eye, the next evolution for humanity and the spirit of humanity is to transcend survival en masse together, because in fact every human on earth is a different aspect of the same being, and in fact the entire planet is one sacred living organism.
This video is part of the lecture The Spirit of Gaia by Mellon Thomas Benedict, who died of brain cancer in 1982 and returned an hour and a half later to life on this planet Earth with the memories of one of the most studied near-death experiences. Healed spontaneously and completely from his cancer, Mellon lives and works on our planet Earth until March 31st, 2017, continuing his visitations with the light, and is called An Encyclopedia of the Afterlife by Deepak Chopra.
People of the future look back on us as the giants of history. Is that a stretch? They look back on us as the giants of all of history, because all of our blood, sweat, and tears freed mankind forever. They can't even believe what we put up with, what we went through, what we gave up to get here. Us that live here now, who the future views us as the giants, they can't even believe how we pulled this off. And we don't even know how we did it, actually. But we never gave up. We never gave up. Having children, working, paying our bills, and trying to do the right thing. We never gave up. Think how heroic it is. We tend to think of ourselves as this ugly worm, ugly old caterpillar on a tree eating everything it can see, you know? And we are again, I'll remind you, we are the kings of metamorphosis. We are the kings of that. And that's why we don't even know what's about to come. We are about to become a new creation that we ourselves almost can't even imagine. Sometimes in my seminars and workshops, I ask people, we do an exercise where I ask you to think about your next lives where you don't have to work, where survival is not the issue. And people get stunned. It takes them a while to even think about that. It's time to start thinking about it, because it's coming on now. The great minds of our time know, our government knows it, the industrialists know this, is that there will never be as many jobs as there was once before. So we really have to recreate this world. Those of us that made this world, not the people that just got all the benefit. We made this world, we made the future. The future is not about work. There'll always be those A-types, you know, let them have at it. But just as the machines of the past freed us, artificial intelligence, our robots, all of that free us all. In the future, you don't have to work unless you really want to. It's not necessary. Replication technologies, all of this sort of thing. Money's not an issue, energy's not an issue. That isn't the issue. Because from the beginning of time, from the first life on Earth to this moment, we have been totally consumed by survival. It rules. Haven't you witnessed that in people you know? Get into a survival issue and they change completely on you, on money or whatever. And I get really emotional about this because it is so important for you to understand that all of this is about to pay off. And in cosmic time, it is the metaphorical blinking of an eye now. And I can't tell you what to believe in, but I can tell you whatever you believe in. Now's the time to believe in it, more than ever. And do something, whatever, small or large, because we have access to everything like never before. And this new creation is not about work or survival. The next greatest step mankind will take is not spiritual. We've done that. Just like I said, remember what you already know. If you want to be really intelligent, just remember what you already know. You know this stuff. You know God. The next step is when mankind en masse transcends survival. Because right now, and from the beginning of time, we have been compromised by survival. It's compromised integrity and everything. You know, integrity is a very expensive thing. Go tell your boss what you think. See what that gets you. So we're compromised by all of this. Even relationships are compromised because we can't tell each other the truth for one reason or another. Once we get out of this, we can be this new creation that can express the truth in all ways. We can be someone that isn't compromised by having to sell my life to someone else to have a life. You see? That's not what the future's about. And we're well on the way to transcending survival. And our children are smarter than ever, no matter what you think they're doing. You know? And many of you, have you noticed that your children don't seem to be that interested in working? You kind of notice that pattern? Well, don't be so hard on them. They're the prototype human beings of the non-industrial society coming. And they're doing things. They're doing things we never did. They're creating relationships and families beyond bloodlines that we couldn't imagine in our old cultures. We were stuck to our bloodline families, stuck to all of these kind of things. The kids of today are communing. They're getting smarter than ever amongst themselves in ways that we may not be able to understand. And the old generations have always been this way about the future generations. I can imagine two old guys standing in front of the pyramid 5,000 years ago saying, these kids today will never build another one of these. But who needed to? So when someone says, well, we can't build one today, why? You know, so think about that. The wisest people are living today. We have more therapists, more healers, more answers to all problems. And whatever problem you think there is, whether it be a desert salamander or finding new planets to live on, tens of thousands of people are already working on this. And you can join them or come up with something of your own or just support them with a little money, you know. I'm someone that saves dimes and quarters religiously. I mean, dimes and quarters religiously. At the end of the year, I usually have several $100s in a jar. I didn't even miss it. Then I can divide it up and support some group I believe in. You can at least do that. In fact, studies have been shown that spare change could change the world and solve all the problems. Interesting, isn't it? So the future paradigm is, as you've said, life is getting easier. Solutions are getting easier. If you think things are getting tougher, that means that's a sign to you to say you're still in the old paradigm, because that was the old paradigm. Things should be getting easier. You should expect them to get easier, and you should operate at an easier level. Think about it.